the protesters are very angry. Have things calmed down after the news coming in that Rajapaksa has announced that he will step down for us?
Well, certainly these are extraordinary times for Sri Lanka, extraordinary times for democracy as a whole. But if we were to understand that the republican nature of our country's constitution means, of course, that the people are supreme. And for long now, politicians, not only in Sri Lanka but all over the world, seem to forget this last bit of any workable democracy, which is that the people are supreme. And in Sri Lanka, the people have been very compliant and pliant, actually. And they've been looking at the strange events going on where the governments of the day are corrupt and the people are actually fed up. And that is why this ordinarily compliant nature of the Sri Lankan public has now eroded, and they've broken into protesting. And the violence has been mainly as a reaction to the police use of water cannons and tear gas. There have been some other unfortunate events, even the fact that they managed to get into the presidential palace and the Prime Minister's residence and the Prime Minister's private residence is all indicative of a public that have grown weary of promises unkept and the mismanaged economy in Sri Lanka.
Right, Faraz, hold on for a few seconds. I want the viewers to have a look at what they're watching on their screens. Now, this is an exclusive image and visuals of the Prime Minister's bulletproof car being completely vandalized, being attacked and vandalized. You can see that they have attacked the car and the windows are also broken off that car. Now, I want to go back to you, Faraz. He is a host of Newsline. He's joining us on Republic TV to take us through exactly what's happening in the country. What next in terms of economy right now for us?
Well, for the moment, our dear and beloved friends, mainly the people of India, have helped us no end. And I believe at the moment, at the last count, the Indian public have given us approximately between $3.5 to $4 billion, as this is in terms of sort of, you can call it bridging finance. The IMF have come to Sri Lanka, they've gone back. But the problem is that Sri Lanka doesn't have a plan. They don't even have a future cash flow statement that was prepared by the current Prime Minister, Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe, who's also holding the portfolio of the Finance Ministry. And in the absence of all that, the getting help from the IMF has been a little bit slow. On top of all that, of course, Sri Lanka's very damaged international reputation hasn't helped. But in terms of the economy and the immediate recovery is that once we have an interim and an acting president in place and an appropriate cabinet and prime minister, hopefully international humanitarian aid agencies and international lenders will, along with the IMF, will come to the help of Sri Lanka and support Sri Lanka on the road to recovery, which I dare say is not going to be easy. But once we have stability, political stability in place, I believe that the tourists too will start returning.